Honestly, Pisces, when I was connecting with your energy, I was kind of in a mood. I was just low energy myself, and I was almost feeling this joy pushing against me. And you know how when you're kind of just low energy and it feels like someone's really energetic or happy or exciting, that can almost be a little bit irritating? It was kind of like that, which I know sounds bad, but I was really sitting with this and kind of curious, what exactly is this dynamic that I'm picking up on right now? And I actually feel like for a lot of you, you might be feeling a little grumpy or lower energy. And it's almost like your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever it is you work with on a spiritual level. I almost got the sense for them like they don't know. Pisces does not know how things are about to change. And it's almost funny to them that they're almost laughing. I don't want to say at you, but kind of just how you are. It's almost like your reactions to things feels exaggerated to them. Maybe because you don't see what's about to happen or what's coming. But there's almost this like smile. There's this anticipation of something. So really kind of funny dynamic here. I'm curious how you're feeling as you're tuning into this reading. Maybe you're feeling a little bit low energy. Maybe you're feeling a little bit grumpy. I don't necessarily feel like there's something majorly traumatic that's happening right now. Maybe for some of you there could be, but it's overall just a sort of feeling of discontent or just kind of being lower energy. And I think things are actually about to change. I think your life might be changing in a very surprising way that you do not even see coming. I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you. I just want to give my general disclaimer that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are necessarily going to be meant for you specifically. Trust your own intuition and discernment, especially when following these readings online. And if you would like a personal reading or distance Reiki session, you can find links for my website in the description of this video. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe and that bell notification if you want. That way you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. So what do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? I did notice when I pulled this deck out, I saw the tower at the bottom of the deck. So maybe there was some sort of ending or some kind of major disruption. Maybe something has occurred in your life where it kind of like, I feel like you've almost lost your faith in the divine, in the universe, in yourself, something. There's almost like a crisis of faith I'm getting with this tower. And I don't think that this is necessarily something that has happened recently, or if it did, it's almost like whatever didn't happen the way it was supposed to, or the way you had hoped, it was kind of a culmination. It was like the last straw. Could be about a relationship, maybe feeling disconnected with the Two of Cups in reverse. I also feel like there was some sort of setback of a victory that you did not get, recognition you did not receive. Yeah, definitely a bummer. You know, maybe some of you are going through breakups. Maybe some of you, maybe even some of you ended a relationship and you didn't have kind of the joy or the chapter you thought you would. And this could be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be a family member. It's almost like you were supposed to have your time, Pisces, your chapter, but it didn't quite happen, at least not the way you had thought. Tell me more. What's going on for Pisces? Seven of Cups. I'm getting, even though this is coming up upright, I am getting the sense of disillusionment. Like things are kind of foggy. It's just like, what's the point of anything? It's giving ennui, that sort of like existential boredom. I feel like you're just sort of floating right now, Pisces. And I do think it's important that you're resting. You know, if you don't feel like there's a whole lot going on in your life right now, if you're kind of in this waiting game, I know no one wants to hear this, but I really do feel like your spirit guides, your ancestors, again, whoever that is for you, they're telling you to take this time to rest. Something is coming, something is in the works. let this just be like a lower impact time right now. Because it's almost like the more you're trying to chase after excitement or joy, especially when you're in kind of the state you're in, it almost makes it feel farther away. And so I actually feel like for those of you who are really struggling or just kind of low, how can you make yourself feel a sense of comfort right now? How can you restore yourself a little bit? If it feels like joy, excitement, those things are inaccessible. Maybe that's not the case for you specifically, but I do feel like that's a message that's meant for a lot of you watching this. We have the Lovers. I'm just going to say, whatever relationship did not work out, it didn't work out for a reason. And maybe you thought like if you were going to break up with somebody or a relationship was going to end, there'd be a new relationship to kind of fill its place. I do think that there is space that is being made for a new relationship. It just doesn't feel like it's right now. This is the card for the future. It's not that far away, Pisces. And maybe this is also about you reconnecting to your own heart, especially this particular Lovers. There's kind of this mirroring going on. Yeah, I feel like this is time for you to nest, to find stability with the Queen of Pentacles, enjoying your own space. And maybe you are in a relationship, maybe you didn't break up with anybody, but if there is this sense of disconnection right now, it's almost like you just can't force it. And maybe the person you are connecting with is kind of going through some setbacks or didn't have a win that they were hoping. What else is Pisces supposed to do with this right now? Wow. Wheel of Fortune. I did actually get this in reverse. I'm not necessarily reading it that way, though. It's just kind of how I pulled it out. It just feels like something's kind of out of your hands right now, Pisces. Like there is something that you are co-creating right now where there are forces that are larger than you can control. And they are working in your favor, ultimately, even if it doesn't feel like they are right now. I actually did hear meet cute, like when I was connecting to your energy. So sort of that like moment in like a romantic comedy or just like a love story where it's like two people just sort of stumble into each other. Like they have this kind of awkward, bumbling moment. I feel like you're about to have this, Pisces, and it's like you can't see it coming. You can't control the meet cute in your life. What a silly message. But it's how it's coming through. And like that could quite literally be like a relationship for some of you, right? But that could also just be about like a networking relationship or some kind of opportunity. It's almost like you're stumbling into something without even really knowing that it's coming. And it's like part of the fun. It's part of the story. And like, I really do get, Pisces, as you're kind of experiencing this too, it changes things for you. It's making life lighter. And so maybe right now, just sort of cultivating the fun mystery, the playful mystery of life. And oh my God, as I'm saying that, the ringing in my ear is so loud. They want you to make life more playful. Take things less seriously. Okay, message received. Wow. Don't let yourself be too weighed down. And obviously, like some of you could be in situations that are very serious, that are very grave. I'm not speaking to that kind of dynamic. I'm just speaking more to like a sense of dissatisfaction. What else do we have? Of course, Ace of Cups. Your heart is about to be full, Pisces. And I really am getting like a relationship vibe from this. I just am. Which is interesting. Very interesting. I'm also, while connecting with the energy at the very beginning too, I'm remembering, I also got this message that our life happens in moments. the things that really define the chapters of our life are usually events that are only like seconds to minutes long. There is like a very key pivotal moment that is coming or that is happening right now. And if it feels like nothing's happening in your life, nothing's been moving, if you've been trying to call in some kind of manifestation, whether that is a relationship or something that's just near and dear to your heart, it's almost like you kind of have to let go of it and just be more playful. Make this almost like a game. Interesting. It's almost like have that inner child, that childlike wonder. How can you reclaim some of your childlike wonder? Any other advice for Pisces right now? Okay, I know some people are going to be pissed off by this message, but I'm getting the Ten of Swords in reverse, and frankly, your life isn't as bad as you think it is. That's what I'm getting. The energy has been kind of fun, it's been kind of playful, but it is almost like, girl, it's not that bad right now. It might feel bad, it might look bad, but it feels like your guides know something you don't. They see something you don't. I'm also hearing you have an angel watching over you. A lot of clairaudience today, actually. A lot of messages that are coming in. So pay attention to those thoughts that feel like they might not be your own. Maybe that comes through songs or even just overhearing conversations from other people. Are you hearing certain things? Are you getting these messages? Definitely share down below. Wow. Death in reverse. And the star. It's not the end. It's a new beginning. I know, really, really corny, guys. I feel like you just kind of need to shake yourself out of this funk. I really do. I think something is happening. Something's in the works. Something is in the works, Pisces. Don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up for not being where you think you should, for not having the relationship that you expect yourself to have. That's not really always in your control. Just be playful. Because when we are in a mindset of play, we are able to see opportunities. I think I'm getting the message of taking yourself less seriously. Such interesting specific messages that came through today. I am so curious to hear in the comment section, like, what was resonating for people, how this was like landing, because it felt like very pointed. I hope this didn't feel like scolding at all. It just really sort of feels like your guides are almost talking to you like a friend right now, whether that's your ancestors, spirit guides, angels. It literally could even be a friend who's crossed over, actually, because it is just that kind of like casual energy. Like they're just being very candid right now. And I mean, we are very close to Samhain at the time of this recording, although it is a timeless reading. It feels like someone on the other side, or someone spirit side, is really trying to just get you to lighten up a little bit. So I hope this reaches you. I hope it didn't feel too backhanded. Listen, I am a moody person myself. I totally get it. No shade, really. But if you're curious what this might be for you, or you want to move some of this energy around, you can book a one-on-one session with me. I offer readings as well as energy healings. Again, the link is in the description of this video, where you can also find all of my other social media accounts. If you'd like to and feel so called, I do also have a donation link on Ko-fi, where you can make a one-time or monthly donation. I'm actually probably going to be posting some horoscopes for the year ahead on there, so I'll sort of put that out there as I'm writing things out, but I'll let you know. And I will see you all in the next video, Pisces. I hope your day is going well or getting better. Take care.